If there was no negotiation and you could dictate to everybody exactly what the terms were going to be, what would the future be for authors?
So the most important thing, when you're thinking about books, the most important thing is constantly encouraging, the kind of incumbent, participants in the book industry to think this way. The most important thing to observe is that you have to draw the box big. Books don't just compete against books. Books compete against people reading blogs and news articles and playing video games and watching TV and going to see movies. Books are the competitive set for leisure time, and it takes many hours to read a book. It's a big commitment, and if you narrow your field of view and only think about books competing against books, you make really bad decisions. And so what we really have to do, if we want a healthy culture of long-form reading, and you have to differentiate between short-form reading and long-form reading. If you want a healthy culture of reading, book-length things, you've got to make books more accessible. And part of that is making them less expensive. Books, in my view, are too expensive. $30 for a book is too expensive. And so, if you just think, well, I'm only competing against other $30 books, then you don't get there. But if you realize that you're really competing against, Candy Crush and everything, then you start to say, well, gosh, maybe we should really work on reducing friction on long-form reading. And that's what that's what Kindle has been about from the very beginning. We humans co-evolve with our tools. We change our tools, and then our tools change us. And in the internet era, and almost all of the tools for reading have been reducing the friction of short-form reading. The internet is perfect for delivering 3 paragraphs to your smartphone. And but the Kindle is trying to reduce friction for reading a whole book, and it's working. The vision for Kindle is every book ever in print in any language, all available in 60 seconds. And that's a multi-decade vision. We've been working on it for a decade now, and we've made huge progress. And so we're making books easier to get, more affordable, more accessible. It's a fantastic mission. The Kindle team is very dedicated to it, and they're doing a great job. And that is you are going to get more reading. Friction, if you want to do more of something, make the friction less. If you want to do less of something, make the friction more.